Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakapadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS who rules well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Aina. The title of this video is He is no longer that subtile serpent. He is an angry one, right? And basically, we know who he is, right? Esau Edom, so-called white man. He's moving with great wrath because he have a short time. He's no longer that subtile creature, where he has time to, plan things. And we can clearly see that. We have these different agendas. Mind you, it's the end of 2025 now, right? We have agendas like 2030, right? 2035, the Greater Israel Plan, all these agendas that they want done in about 5 years, and they want it to be completed in 5 years, right? But we can clearly see that Most High Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai has, increased, the plagues upon planet Earth, increased Esau's trouble, right? And that's why he's moving with great wrath. This is Revelation 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." So Esau, Edom, the devil, right? That old serpent. He knows that he has but a short time, right? So he's moving with great wrath. Like I pointed out, these agendas, that he needs completed by a certain date. So, that's why you're seeing the increase, right? The great wrath, people getting shot broad daylight, these different botched, events happening. Even recently, Trump gave a message. Let me see if I can find that. Just different things popping up. Here we go. Yeah, see, so these people are watching everything that the government is now doing with a magnifying glass. And this is just a point. And check this AI video out right here of Trump and how they caught it, and they're just throwing things out there. You got Trump and his health situation, so he can't, I guess, make appearances that often. And now they're resorting to AI. And mind you, Trump, there's another bill passed where they're, bypassing all regulations and laws to bring out the AI and make it better than China. So obviously, it's not fully there yet, and they're just using it because they don't got time, So, check it out real quick.
And then reappears magically.
Yeah, run it again.
His pinky just disappears and then reappears magically.
Yeah, run it again. It's very hard to tell. I'm looking. Yeah.
Can we?
So something wrong with his hands?
Yeah. Watch the pinky on the top hand.
Oh.
What? Welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm your guest host, Misty Winston, here with Kurt, everybody's favorite comedian. So this is fun. I don't know if you've seen this, Kurt. This is fun a little bit. So President Trump obviously put out a video about Charlie Kirk. And it is very clearly AI, my friends. There is no question about it. This is an AI video. So I'm going to play the whole video for you, and then I'm going to play a very small clip in slow motion, and then we can talk about the specifics of it. But this is the full video, okay? Just watch it very carefully.
Great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory. May God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Okay, so
What? So why is that AI?
I'm going to show you.
Okay.
This is just a little clip. Watch the hands.
Charlie was a patriot.
His pinky just disappears and then reappears magically.
Yeah, can you run it again? It's very hard to tell. Look at, yeah.
Tell me.
So something wrong with his hands?
Yeah, watch the pinky on the top hand.
Oh, look. Wait.
Mm-hmm. It like just disappears and then reappears magically, suddenly, very quickly. And if you pay very close attention to him in this video, he doesn't move much, and that's it.
Yeah, so I want to grab that real quick. Slack if that was, I don't know. I didn't really need to play that whole clip right there, but hey, so I'm gonna read the scripture. This is Isaiah 29, and let me see, starting at 15. It says, Isaiah 29, verse 15, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Right, surely the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So basically, Esau even tried to hide this, and he's being found out, right? Everyone sees him. The whole world is watching, and that type of stuff never happened before, right? We're in a time now where these things are happening, where they're being found out, they're being caught because they're moving with great speed. They're using technology they haven't even fully developed yet. That's where they're going in and tweaking AI. Every time you answer the question, who's the white man? Esau Edom, who is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, right? And then they got to go in and try to tweak it and take it out of there. So, that's that point right there. So that, that's pretty much, that's what I want to get into, So Revelation 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because you know if you have but a short time, right? Hey, they had Operation Warp Speed that happened in 2020 regarding the juice jab, you know, and they wanted to quickly roll out, you know, the juice jab, and they're still in that mode where they're quickly trying to roll out everything that they need done by 2030, you know. So this is Jeremiah 49 and 10. So Jeremiah 49:7. It says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel shall host, is wisdom no more in teeming? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is there wisdom vanished? And that's, you know, that's the question you can ask yourself, compared to how subtle and gradual, you know, he did things before, right? Now you have ICE agents just killing people. You know, you got ICE agents picking up people, taking them in planes, and now the dropping them over bodies, and the bodies getting washed up. You know, he's no longer subtle and moving with this subtlety, right? And trying to sneak and do things. It's all out and open. That's because he's been found out, you know. The Most High has uncovered his secret places, you know. Here is NLT. Job, it's like in Jeremiah 49:7. NLT says, this message was given concerning Edom. This is what the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel of heaven's army says. Is there no wisdom in teeming? Is no one left to give wise counsel? Yeah, because they're obviously, you know, not getting this wise counsel in the things that they're doing. You have Trump helping Israel, you know, destroy his allies. That's not smart. You know, the tariffs. People are telling Trump the tariffs is good. It's going to help, but it wasn't a gradual thing. You know, it's no longer planned out. It's just hammer, 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 hammer. You know, and it's forcing all the enemies and people to be uncomfortable. That's why the uproars is happening, right? People are used to, you know, the boiling frog technique, right? They was used to the boiling frog technique. They was in the water chilling, but now the water has instantly turned from whatever temperature it was at before. It was like 120 degrees. Now it's at 300, right? And it flipped the switch. So Isaiah 19:1, it says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel shall ride upon a swift cloud, right, which is a chariot, and shall come into Egypt, right, which is America. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, in the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, right? Yeah, because ultimately when Yahushua, you know, come through, he's coming through with fire from the chariots, of course, and the nukes will be shot off. It says, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, and, you know, civil wars. You know, Second Ezra chapter 16 talks about sedition among men, right? Overthrowing governments. Let me make sure it's 16. And why is that? Because the fire has been turned up. And not only that, is because it's how they're moving. You know, you go from having, you know, DEI programs to having no DEI programs, right? It wasn't a subtle, okay, we're gonna, you know, we have this EBT, let's say EBT, you know, you can buy eggs, cheese, and milk. They didn't go from, you know, we'll just take the cheese away. You know, sorry, you just buy the eggs and the milk, and then they take the milk away. No, they took everything away immediately. People are homeless now, right? I think it says 16. All right, so this is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, right? This is, you know, against your government, sedition, you know, coming against the government and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in the power. You know, so, you know, these people are going to uproar against the government, right? And that's exactly what's happening. It's going to intensify because of how they're moving. They're pushing so hard for their agenda to save themselves, but it's destroying them, right? They're not moving, you know, wisely. It says in verse 3, 19:3, Isaiah 19:3, it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And I mean, it's clear as day. There's no counsel here. You know, there's no technique. There's no formula to what they're doing. They're just doing it. That's why Israel just said, I will bomb Hamas or wherever they at, or whenever they're at, to the allies. And it's like, who the hell is gonna help you to do anything when you're talking like that? So this is not a part of their plan. They're not thinking, they're not thinking straight clearly at all. This is it says, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof." Let me mute this home slightly. Hey, Satan is a fucking asshole. All right, Satan, we talking about Satan right now. Satan not smart. Satan through. Talking about Esau, Edom, so-called white man. He's a tool used by Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, right? And he's gonna be destroyed. So anyway, verse 3, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards." And they're tapping into these left-hand sources that's controlled by Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, and they're losing, losing, obviously, So the Most High definitely destroyed the council. NLT says what? "The Egyptians will lose heart, and I will confuse their plans." They're confused on how they should move, right? They're coming down with great wrath because they have a short time, not because this is part of the plan. It says they will plead with their idols for wisdom and call on spirits, mediums, and those who consult the spirits of the dead. Trump started signing these executive orders. He said we should have had this done 30 years ago. Right now, Trump in the office and signed 30 executive orders. But not even 30. He signed way more than 30, but he has so many. Just sign this one, sign this one, sign that one, sign this one. People losing jobs left and right, right? Car companies is going under. People is leaving America and traveling somewhere else, all these secrets coming out. It says Job 5:12. It says he, Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, right, disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong, right? Is carried to naught. He says he traps the wise in their own cleverness, so that cunning schemes are thwarted. Yeah, they behind closed doors and whatnot, thinking that they doing something, and then they do it, and it backfires. Like that AI video I just showed you with Trump. I'm fully persuaded that they looked at that thing and it was like, this is it. This is the one. Post it, It says they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in night. And look what it says in the NLT. It says they find it is dark in the daytime and they grope at noon as if it were night. So they completely lost. AMP says in the daytime they meet in darkness, and at noon they grope as in the night. They don't know what the hell to do. What's going on. They just trying. They trying to save themselves, trying to bring forth their plan because they think it's the key. So they're coming out with great wrath because they see that they have a short time. They're looking at the chariots in the skies, right? Watching videos of how they can't shoot it down and it can't be stopped. Chariots is flying over the houses, flying over the nuclear missiles and things, turning them on and off, playing with them, right? So let's see how he was before. Matter of fact, he was so good. Psalms 83. Because obviously it worked. He's no longer this weight. It's no longer working. That Jesus juice is not working no more. We can clearly see we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? And we was before, right? But that's before Yahweh Bashmal Shah started to sup with us and gave us this truth, right? Put the Holy Spirit in us. And now we have the eye salve and we see, Psalms 83:1 says, "Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsels against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from many nations, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." Right? So it happened, right? Of course, through the power of Yahweh Bashmi Shai, it happened, right, to allow his tool to go ahead and do that to us, right? Esau, Edom. But that's how the Most High had this devil moving, right? Smart, wisdom, counsel, craftiness, to perform the works that he wanted to do to his people, right? And it definitely worked, right? We forgot who he was. We discontinued from our heritage, Jeremiah 17, right? We discontinued from our heritage. Make sure that's that right there. Or yeah, Jeremiah 17:4 says, "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land." So, hey, Esau, look, here, this is how you're a tool. It wasn't you, bro. Look, Jeremiah 17:4, and thou, he's talking to the Israelites, right? And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies. You are enemies. Esau, Edom. It says right here, right quick, Psalms 83:5, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and Hagrenes. And y'all did come together. You just obliterated some of the houses over there. The Ishmaelites, you just obliterated them, right? You, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, right? And Amalek, the JWs, right, which are also Edomites, and now Edom is trying to go over there to Moab, right, the Chinese, and take Taiwan. Yeah, so y'all was together, but y'all completely divided now, separated. We have the icons, Iran posting them, right, Russia posting them, right, of the Byzantine Empire, right, the images and all of that. But yeah, y'all the enemies though, right? And the chief of them, Amalek, Esau, Edom. It says Jeremiah 17:4, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. So yeah, and of course, ultimately, Yahweh Bashman is going to choose Israel, right, and bring us back to our land, and that's about to happen real soon because this devil got his time is limited, right? What does it say right here? Was it Job 4 or 5 or 14? Let me see. Job 14 and 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one, right? Hey, Yahweh Bashman Shai is the power to do that, but he's not going to do that, right? Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Turn from him that he may rest till he have accomplished as an hireling his day. Talking about Esau, his days are determined, right? He has appointed bounds that he cannot pass, right? And that's why the Lord's elect is out here boldly proclaiming the downfall of this devil, right? He can't touch us yet. He can't martyr up the martyrs right now. He's still waiting because it's not of him. All right. So yeah, so going over here now, contrast Genesis 3:1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh Bashmi had made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, have Yahweh said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For Yahweh doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Yeah, so Satan came with subtlety, and he did that. He went ahead and took that knowledge, and shared that knowledge with Adam. But that was real subtle, and it worked. You know, the fall of man. We definitely fell. You know, but he's no longer moving like that. This is Revelation 12:7. It says, and matter of fact, I'll just get 9. It says, and the great dragon, right, was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And what's this talking about? Esau's in that old serpent all the way back to the garden, right? The same wicked, spewing his wicked, deceivable, heresies, right? False pseudoscience and all of that. You know, Revelation 12:9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. The fall of man happened through him. You know, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him, right? And now, you know, pretty much what? He has no more wisdom. It's I want to grab this, you know, because it says any beast of the field, right? And we understand that this beast is talking about a man, right? But you right here in Revelation 20:4, you can see how the word beast is used again to represent something, right, which is not an actual animal, right? So Revelation 20:4 says, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of men, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image. And we know what it's talking about, right? The MOTB, right? The whole system, the whole new world order system that they're moving so rapidly, to implement. It says, and for the word of Yahweh, in which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they live and reign with Yahweh 1,000 years, right? And that goes into the kingdom. But we're gonna rule forever, right? So yeah, I just wanted to show you that part right there. It was the only precept I could think about at the time, you know, and I'm still not pretty much thinking it anymore. But Lord, when you understand, you know, and you see that this is and you should know, you should know already, right? This is Psalm 64:1. It says, hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrections of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They consume of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them in the heart is deep, right? In wickedness, deep in wickedness. And this is no longer happening, right? They're no longer they're still thinking this, right? But they're saying who shall see them, but we all see them. That's the point, right? The Most High Yahweh Bashmal Shah has confused these devils, confused their counsel, right? And the things that they're doing. And then to prove it, they're lying. Trump, Israel strikes Qatar. Israel says, "Oh, we did it by ourselves." And then Trump say, "Oh, I had approved it before." They don't know what to say. Things are happening. No communication is happening, right? So that's where we're at with it. Hey, and this is call halal Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, right? Because the words are faithful and they're true. Right, Esau is moving with great wrath because he had but a short time, and it's causing him to fail. So I just want to throw that out there. A Lord willing, you edify from the lesson. Shalom. Kiddo for elect, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom. I want to, Slakia for probably the excess of noise on this video. Right, Shalom. Background noise. I don't know if you got it.